Did you know that right now you're living with trillions of friendly bacteria? In fact, they colonise your body as soon as you're born, as you pick up the bacteria from your mother's birth canal. Some researchers even think bacteria can be passed to the unborn baby by the placenta. Your friendly bugs, known as the microbiota, live on and in various sites of the human body: your mouth, lungs, genitals, and gastrointestinal tract, known as the gut. The human gut is considered one of the most densely populated microbial habitats and weighs as much as the human brain. Everyone has a unique pattern of gut bugs, a bit like a fingerprint, and they're all working together, doing a good job supporting your immune system, blocking bad bugs, and even making vitamins. But your gut bugs change over time, fluctuating and developing alongside your immune system until around 3 years old, when they become more stable and adult-like. Have you ever taken antibiotics for an infection and had an upset tummy for days? Well, this is because some antibiotics can't tell the difference between your good bugs or your bad bugs, and so most of them get wiped out, making you feel quite poorly. Researchers have already shown that infants under the age of 2 who take antibiotics are at a greater risk for chronic diseases such as asthma, eczema, obesity, and diabetes. What if infants that have those repeated infections and associated antibiotics cause permanent loss of these good bugs that just never recover? And this is where my research comes in. My plan is to identify gut bacteria from poo samples collected from infants and children as part of the Avon longitudinal study of parents and children at the University of Bristol, known as the LSPAC study. The children provided poo samples nearly every year for 5 years of their life, and they are now young teenagers. The next stage is to determine which children had the most infections or certain types of infections, or those that took antibiotics, compared to children that didn't have any infections or take any antibiotics. And then finally, all the information will be analysed together to see if children who have had lots of infections or antibiotics have permanently reduced gut bacteria compared to healthy children whose gut bugs have aged well. We think that by identifying patterns of gut bugs in infants and children associated with infection risk and antibiotics, we can truly begin to understand the importance of our friendly bacteria, plus help the most vulnerable children most at risk of health issues and chronic disease in later life. I would use my competition winnings as a voucher incentive in exchange for some more poo from the LSPAC teenagers. So my next job might be to persuade these teenagers to pass the poo, to convince them that they've grown up with another very special family, their gut bugs, which might tell them more about their health than they ever knew. Thank you. This is a presentation by Claire Woodall.